NVIDIA doesn't just sell the shovels in the AI gold rush. It's buying stakes in some of the miners too. We pulled every equity investment NVIDIA has disclosed over the past 4 years and tested each one against the Nasdaq. Here's what actually happened. Here's how we built this. First, we pulled every stake NVIDIA has disclosed from its quarterly SEC 13F filings, plus its own venture arm, NVentures, for deals struck before a company goes public. Second, we confirmed the investment date and size for each one against press coverage. Third, and this is the actual test, we measured each holding's return from NVIDIA's investment date to today and compared it to the Nasdaq Composite over that exact same window. 13 public holdings, for years, one consistent yardstick. So what does the portfolio actually look like? 13 publicly traded holdings we could cleanly test, spanning 2022 through today. 67% of them beat the Nasdaq. And that's before counting NVIDIA's biggest bets by dollar size, which are all still private, with no stock price to grade yet. Start with the winners. Intel, up 344% since NVIDIA invested in September 2025 versus the Nasdaq's 19%. ARM Holdings, up 273%. CoreWeave, up 190% since its IPO. Nebius, roughly 250 to 350%. And SoundHound-AI, up 694% on the actual window NVIDIA held it. 8 of NVIDIA's 13 public bets beat the market outright. Now the losers. Recursion Pharmaceuticals, down 49%, while the Nasdaq rose roughly 90% over the same stretch. NanoX Imaging, down 72%. WeRide, down 57%, after an early spike investors chased and lost. Too Simple didn't just underperform, it got delisted entirely, and now trades over the counter as a rebranded penny stock. And Synopsys is basically flat, up less than 1% while the market moved 15%. Laid out side by side, here's the full scoreboard. All 13 holdings, what NVIDIA paid in, what the stock has done since, and how the Nasdaq did over that same exact stretch. 8 beats, 5 lags or losses. Take a second and scan it for yourself. Look closely, and the winners and losers aren't random. They split into 2 very different portfolios. The core AI compute bets, Intel, Nokia, Synopsys, Coherent, CoreWeave, Nebius, and ARM. Companies NVIDIA actually does business with, went 6 for 7 against the Nasdaq. The speculative bets, voice AI, medical imaging, self-driving, have been close to a coin flip. The closer a bet sits to NVIDIA's own supply chain, the better it's done. There's one more wrinkle. Timing mattered as much as picking. NVIDIA sold its SoundHound stake near $19.84 in December 2024, a 694% return, just before the stock crashed more than 60%. But it fully exited ARM holdings in early 2026 around $127 to $141 a share, missing the stock's later run all the way to $279. Same investor, opposite outcomes, because of when it sold, not just what it bought. And this doesn't even count NVIDIA's biggest bets. Up to $100 billion committed to OpenAI, up to $10 billion to Anthropic, over $6 billion into xAI, money into Mistral AI, and into Cursor, the AI coding startup. These are arguably NVIDIA's strongest signals about where demand is headed, and we simply can't grade them. There's no public stock price to compare against the Nasdaq. So should you actually follow NVIDIA's bets? The bull case, a 67% win rate against the Nasdaq, over 4 genuinely volatile years, isn't noise, and the core compute cohort alone went 6 for 7. The bear case, 13 holdings is a small sample. A couple of flips either way changes the headline number. And when NVIDIA invests in a company, it often starts buying from or selling to that same company, which isn't pure prediction, it's NVIDIA creating some of its own demand. NVIDIA's bets are a real signal, just not a crystal ball. A few honest caveats before you take any of this as gospel. 13 holdings is a small sample. Some of these prices are implied from filing values, not an exact quoted trade. We only see the deals NVIDIA actually disclosed, not the ones it passed on. And when NVIDIA is both an investor in a company and a customer or supplier to it, cause and effect get genuinely hard to untangle. So is NVIDIA predicting the future, or just buying its own customers? Comment your take below.